Will the money that you get from a gambling or lottery win or even a car accident case count as income for child support purposes? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Alicia Kinchlow with Kinchlow Law, and today we're going to talk about some of the things that you might not realize are actually counted as income for child support purposes. So, when we think about how child support is calculated, we generally think about one person's income and the other person's income taken together, and usually this is from a job. Usually these are W-2 earners, so whatever your paycheck is, that's what you bring home, and that's what's used for child support. But we know there's a lot of different ways that people earn income. People earn income from having side hustles or businesses. And the income that they even get from their job can come in different forms. They may get commissions, they may get bonuses, they may get overtime. All of those things generally are considered income as well. Now, when it comes down to determining how much the income is going to be over time, they may look at how frequently the overtime occurs, or the bonuses occur, or the commissions, and can they, in some ways, be dependable. So those are some things that the courts will look at when determining your ongoing income. But in terms of past income, they can include commissions and bonuses and overtime. Now, some of the things that people don't realize are income until they kind of get hit with it are things like the proceeds from a motor vehicle accident case. So if you find yourself injured and you win a settlement or an award, and all of a sudden you find out from the courts that they may be withholding that money because you owe arrears, or there is now a new calculation of support based on maybe a large lump sum of money. And I'll do another video to kind of talk about how that can be calculated, especially if you get a large award and then you also have a serious injury where you can't work. That's a little bit longer of a video than we're going to do today. But again, I want to just touch on some of the things that we don't always realize are income. So again, we talked about motor vehicles, motor vehicle accidents, but also gambling. So if you hit it big at the casino, or if you hit the lottery, those are all things that are considered income. And you'll start to notice if you do play the lottery, or you do gamble, and you do make a certain amount of money, you will get tax return forms that you're supposed to use to file your taxes, and report those gains on your taxes. And so when you are filing for child support, or you are the obligor in a child support situation, and your tax returns are looked at, those are things that should also come up. So again, if the money that you're getting from the lottery or gambling, that is considered income. Another one that is interesting, or that people don't think about, is workers' compensation and unemployment benefits. Sometimes when you think about the fact that you're unable to work because you're injured, you don't think that you may have to still pay child support. But the idea is that no matter what's going on with you, your child still needs to be taken care of. And so those things may entitle you to a reduced obligation or a suspended obligation for a period of time. But when you do receive the workers' compensation benefits or lump sum, or when you do get unemployment benefits, those things are still considered income. Another thing is Social Security disability benefits. And there are different types of Social Security disability benefits. There's SSDI and then there's SSI. Generally, if you're getting SSI benefits, there would usually be no child support obligation, because you usually don't rise to the amount that you need for the minimum withholding to take care of yourself. Now, with SSD, or disability insurance, where you've worked and put credits into the system, generally you will be able to, or be responsible for paying child support. There's also the potential of what's called an auxiliary benefit, where you get a family benefit, and some of that might go directly to the child's other parent who's receiving the support, or you may be responsible for paying that out. So those are Social Security benefits, retirement benefits through Social Security as well. Again, this is not taking into consideration other factors like the other person's income and other expenses you may have. These are things that are just counted as income in the initial part of the calculation. Another thing that you might not have thought of is income from illegal acts. So I'm going to do another video on this. I want to talk specifically about a case that dealt with this, or actually two cases that dealt with this. And what happens if you are engaged in illegal activity and you are receiving income? Do you have to report it to child support? And can you be responsible for paying child support based on that income? So the short answer is the courts have held yes, you can be held responsible for the amount of income that you're able to show that you have generally through your lifestyle. And even though it's illegal, that doesn't mean that you can't use that money to take care of your child. So those are some of the things that people don't always realize are things that count as income for child support purposes. People think if I don't have a job where they can find it, it doesn't count. It really kind of comes down to how good is the other person or the other person's attorney with proving how much money you have access to. And then in a separate proceeding, or not a separate proceeding, but in a separate argument, they can also argue earning capacity. And that means that you have the ability, even if you're not availing yourself of it, you have the ability to earn a certain amount of money. And even if you're not earning that money, you have the ability to do so, that amount can still be counted as your income for determining your child support obligation. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful. Come back and make sure you check out the video that we're going to do this week as well on the money that's gained from illegal activity. I think you'll find it interesting. And until next time, make sure that you check in with an attorney licensed in your area about the facts and issues specific to your case, because all cases are different. And these videos are not legal advice. They are for informational purposes only. All right, until next time, take care.